What's happening, guys? It is Friday the 30th, and it seems to be happening a lot lately, I'm in Utah, right? And so this time I spent almost basically all day yesterday around many of the people I do business with out here, as well as around Tim Ballard and his guys with OUR, hanging out with Nate and hanging out with Brad. Those guys are kind of running the operations of it. Spent some time with a lot of their operators. Had dinner with those guys last night with a lot of the contributors, and there's some amazing awareness going on. So I'm wearing the hat. I'm wearing that today. It's not something that I typically change hats, right? Very, very rare to see me anything else but this. But for today's, little video to you guys, I wanted to at least point this out. It's a very, very, very important thing to continue to keep in the back of your mind. And that's why we have the donate button on the website, and we want to enhance that, make it a little bit more visible. But they got to share with us a lot of things that's going on, a lot of the operations that they're dealing with, a lot of things they need right now. Right now, oddly enough, what they asked for more than anything was prayers. Interestingly enough, they said every time that we have groups of people praying, miracles are happening every single day they're out on an operation. Things that they never would have seen happen start to happen. Things they couldn't anticipate would have happened are happening to their benefit. And these guys are going head to head with cartel guys. You got to understand the gravity of what's happening here and what risks they're putting themselves in to accomplish their mission. So I appreciate the support. I appreciate you guys going on to the aaron.chapman.com website, scrolling down to the donate button and contributing to the cause. To date, I believe we're somewhere right around an 82,000 since September. After this month, it's going to jump up, probably somewhere right around that 85 to 87,000 mark. Actually, probably 87 to 88,000 mark. That would be equivalent to almost funding 2 full missions. So we're going to continue to help doing that. I was in a room where we've been able to raise a lot more than that, and there's more coming from those relationships. So just keep an eye out for any opportunity to participate there, and then just tell people about it. Let them know about it. Show them the website if you want. Go watch Operation to Saint. Tell all your friends about it. That's what got me involved, was watching that particular movie on Amazon Prime. So don't walk away from an opportunity to provide information to other people. So, but what's happening today in the markets? Again, I appreciate you guys listening to me going off about this. It means a ton to me. This is what's driving me to do more, is to be able to help in this particular realm. And you working with my team, allowing them to be part of your business, allows me the opportunity to be out here and do this and get involved with these guys and really, really see how it is we can keep enhancing those operations. So what do we got out here? Looks like we're starting to see, as far as information that I've been witnessing, is that we've got, the Fed are announcing that they're buying 80 billion a month in treasuries and 40 billion in mortgage-backed securities. But as we've said, as we've seen many times, they're buying more than that in the MBSs. In fact, if you go all the way back, to July and August of last year, $103 billion is what they're putting in. So then from June to July, now we're seeing as much recently as $120 billion, $118 billion has been invested into the mortgage-backed securities. I mean, they're purchasing a lot into that, and that's what's driving, I think, a lot of the market today. We're seeing a lot of the, as far as the rates when it comes to owner occupieds, are continuing to stay in those low realms because of that. But the Fed's also talking about tapering a little bit. And in those conversations about tapering from this week, we're thinking it's going to be late 2022 based upon all the analyst information that's hitting me. So as a result of that, we'll probably continue to ride this. I hope. We've been saying that, and then also, they changed their mind on things like what we had with what they did with Fannie and Freddie. That mandate came out and that changed things. So because of those changes, we got to see a big swing in what happened in the interest rates for investors until we started finding different places and enhancing our communications with Wall Street, and Wall Street actually finding a different path to go. We saw an effect to cash outs got just slammed. We saw jumbos get affected because now you have those same places that are funding jumbo loans are now funding these investment properties because they see an opportunity there. But it starts enhancing their guidelines, and they're changing it on the fly. So it's kind of hard for us to pin down where things are going to go for real estate investors. But we know that since the Fed is doing still investing so much, it's going to continue to drive capital into these mortgage-backed securities, or at least creating some of these pools, because opportunity is going to be there as I'm seeing. So where we are today, the best I can offer right now is the 3.0 continuing to do well. We have reached that point. We're still in the channel going upwards and improved in a but we've hit a ceiling. So I don't know if the ceiling is going to hold. If it does, then, because if you look at this, I'm sorry about the information here that it keeps popping up, the pricing data. If you see that line across where we are right now, where we have stopped our progression right now at 3.0, you can see that literally we have several times it's hit that in the past. Back there in between April, late April, early May. Actually, it's late April we've hit this. Early May we've hit that, and we pulled back from that. So that could be a good, strong ceiling of resistance that's going to keep us from getting that much higher. But then again, you never know. We're not talking about a normal market. We're talking about a market that's more anticipatory to what is going on. And everybody who's buying into the market is trying to guess what the next guy's doing into the market, or people are selling out of the market to guess what the other guy's doing to getting out of the market. So as a result of that, there's a lot of emotional movement. There's a lot of guesswork movement. Technical data is not, from my opinion, I could be very, very wrong because I'm not a professional bond trader, but just what I see all over the place, professional bond traders I do subscribe to and listen to, they're saying they don't understand it in some cases. They're trying to put their knowledge to work in the market, but some of it they have to just go on gut feeling. So that all being said, we are seeing great rates still. If you look back at a couple episodes ago, if you call these episodes, I talked about those 10 months, from May of last year to March of this year. If you took out that 10 months and eliminated that from the history of interest rate pricing on loans, we would right now still be at the lowest interest rates in the history of at least the time I've ever seen it, and anything that I've ever looked back on. So take advantage of it. If you find deals, get in those deals. Focus on the deal, not on the rate. Focus on the deal. Is that the right house? Is that house going to continue to stay rented? Can you raise rents on that thing? What's your capital expenses going to be down the road? Is it a place that you're going to see compounding growth in the taxes because of the municipality? Look at that. Don't let interest rate be your driving force, because if that's your driving force, you're going to put yourself in a bad position. So focus on the deal itself. Is that the right business to buy? Because that's what you're buying. When you're buying investment property, you're buying a business. So thank you for the trust. Thank you for working with my team, especially when I'm out doing other things right now. The things I'm doing, I'm not off jerking off, guys. Just know that I'm off trying to drive not only opportunity for everybody, but I'm also trying to drive connection with people who are pretty extreme folks, and trying to drive a cause, because I'm what they call a cause. I'm what I call, thanks to a friend of mine, Eddie Wilson, a cause capitalist. And now everything that I do has to fuel something else, right? So the business that I do every day is to fuel your business and fuel opportunity for my staff and for the people who trust us with their referrals. And then I take that and I use that to fuel something else. And that happens to be human trafficking and trying to help those who are caught in a thing they don't have a normal life. And I get to see some of these folks after they've been through that and they come back out of it. It's heartbreaking. It's heart-wrenching to know what's happening to people out there. I'm gonna do everything I can, that I physically can to participate here, even though I'm not as involved as those who are doing it boots on the ground, but I'm gonna do my best everywhere I can. I appreciate you guys helping me fuel that. I will see you on Tuesday and give you a report on the rest of the weekend's happenings. Thank you.